Good morning. My name is Irene Zamorano, and I'm from Los Angeles. I'm the regional coordinator for the Silent No More awareness campaign in Los Angeles. 16 years ago, I was faced with the crisis pregnancy. I bought the lie that abortion was a quick fix, and I'm here to tell you abortion is not a quick fix, but instead it is a lifetime of consequences. When I walked into that abortion clinic, I was alone, afraid, scared, and confused. They laid me on a gurney. The abortionist came to me, administered some chemical in my stomach, and instantaneously my daughter started kicking and twisting and punching me. You see, I was 24 weeks when I decided to end the life of my child. She was fighting for her life. I was horrified, mortified, because I had no idea she could feel pain. A couple minutes later, and I literally mean 2 or 3 minutes later, they got me up and they put me into another room with now 10 or 15 more other women on their sides laying on a gurney, everybody silently crying. They gave me something sweet to eat, a little cup of orange juice. They said, in 30 minutes you can leave and come back, because you see, when you're that far along, it's a multi-day procedure. Well, I was so horrified, terrified at what I had just experienced. I went home, told my mother what I did. She had absolutely no idea, because I kept my pain, my loneliness, my confusion inside. I told her what I did. She then took me to a local labor and delivery hospital to try to save my daughter. There they hooked me up to the monitor, and the doctor initially said that the heartbeat he heard over the monitor was healthy, everything would be okay. But a few hours later, after consulting with the specialist, he said that the chemical they injected me with would soon stop her heart, and there was nothing I can do about it. They encouraged me to go back to the abortion clinic, because you see, it was easier to take her out piece by piece than it was to have her whole. Well, I refused. I couldn't go back to that dark, evil place. So after 7 hours of labor, I gave birth to a beautiful, beautiful little girl, lifeless little girl. Immediately, they put her on my chest, and I held her. I looked at her, and I just kept on saying, sorry, Mom, sorry. I played with her hands. You know, I held each finger. I touched each toe. And you see this pair of feet right here over my heart, these are her actual feet, because when she was born, the nurse imprinted them on a certificate for me, and that image is now here and on my son's shirt right here. A few days later, we buried my daughter at a local cemetery. I thought that this would be the secret that I kept for the rest of my life, that I would never speak about this. But the pain and agony I have suffered, I knew I had to get help. I had to say something. So a few years back, I had to tell my 7 children that the same mother they knew, who was overprotective of them, who loved them, who nurtured them, was the same mother that ended the life of their daughter. My daughter, the same mother that stopped them from ever bonding with her, being with her. I had to tell my son that I am the reason he visits his sister at the cemetery. Because you see, abortion does not only end an innocent life, it destroys the mother, it hurts her children, the father, my family, my parents. It goes on and on, the pain. The abortion industry does not care about women. They don't care, because they don't help us. They just herd us into the abortion clinic, never addressing the problem that got us there to begin with. I have suffered greatly: depression, anxiety, and eating disorder. I know that God forgives me, that my parents forgive me, that my children forgive me, that my daughter forgives me, and I forgive myself. I stand before you through the grace of God, because I am silent no more. Thank you.